But you guys seen the Packers game against Seattle?
I did.
Oh my goodness! I turned it off at like 5 minutes left, and
that was your mistake, and that's why everybody. They said it like everybody had left the stadium thinking that Green Bay won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And then it turns around, and at halftime there was a rock band that played a couple of songs, but it didn't get any airtime because of Fox. But it was Alice in Chains.
Really?
A
Yes,
little band.
with their new singer. I don't know his name, but he tries too much to sound like Lane Staley, and that offends me. Just be your own person. Don't try to be someone else, because that's not going to sell records.
Yeah, that's
good advice, Tim.
Yeah, because they did put out an album a couple years ago, last year, maybe the year before, and it wasn't all that good. And the one single they played on the radio was very, very 90s-ish. Like they had it in a can, and they just recorded it with this new guy. But that game, apparently parents are, I don't know what it is about soft kids these days, but every kid cries over nothing. They get what they want. They throw fits in the stores.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but when I was a kid, if my parents took me out somewhere, I'd get cracked before we even walked into the store.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is that for? Well, don't you act up.
Right.
And you'll remember that.
My parents used to tell us that, not smack us, but be like, the orphanage is next door, so don't mess up, or we're going to drop you off.
Yeah. Leave you right on the doorstep. Won't even fill out the paperwork. But, I mean, kids, like, I was in a store, and a kid was calling his mom a bitch. Shut up, bitch, I'll do what I want.
Oh,
and
my
he's
God.
kicking and screaming.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It is horrible. But the mom's like, Bobby, please, don't act like this.
That's why our future is doomed.
Oh my God, I'd have a black eye and I'd be missing teeth.
Right?
Like my mom couldn't throw something at me fast enough if I was being.
I have like my ear ripped off at that point.
But
like,
this is
damn it.
what is giving these kids their entitlement these days.
Right.
And it's going on in school too, because the teachers can't discipline these kids. You know.
Well,
like,
yeah, if their own parents aren't disciplining them,
no,
they're
and
not
then
going to respect teachers.
let's say they get into a fist fight in school, the teacher can't even get involved to break it up. They got to stand back and just let it happen. Otherwise, the parents sue the teachers for putting their hands on them, and then taxpayers are paying that family money, and it's a circle of BS. But anyway, like I said, kids are getting soft, and parents are getting even softer, and one 6-year-old was devastated over the Packers' sudden loss to the Seattle Seahawks, and mom thought it was funny to get it on YouTube. And I don't know if this is good parenting. I'm going to say it's not.
But I don't know, if my kid was a little wuss like that,
Yeah,
maybe
but
I'd do it.
Look, it's the parents that are teaching this kid to be a wuss about his football team. Like, why are they drilling him at 6 years old to be a Packer fan anyway? Can't you just let the kid blossom into a fan of whatever team he likes?
Yeah.
Maybe he was like a nostalgic like kid though. Like that was like, I love the Packers.
But
Oh,
where
there's
did he
kids
get
like
that from? He didn't just turn on the TV and say, green and gold for me, Ma.
Yeah.
Put a piece of cheese, put a cheese wedge on my head.
Do they say where these people live?
I'm going to guess it's in Green Bay.
I
But-
don't know.
I live in like Georgia.
Let's listen to the kid react to the loss, and then how his mom kind of goats him along. Right?
Baby, why you crying? Why is there anything to cry about though? Xavier, do you have to cry about it?
I don't
We got
know.
next year. Okay?
But that's gonna take a long time. And look at now they got a bicycle.
He's talking about when he hopped on that police bike
Oh.
and he was riding it around the
Now I
stadium.
know. He's got a bicycle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, baby. Xavier, stop crying, okay? It's okay, look at mommy. Are you just sleepy, honey? Yeah, you just sleepy. You do
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I don't understand. I've never cried over sports in my life. Not even playing them. Because I played at least 8 years organized sports.
Right.
And we lost.
But you've never cried in like Little League or anything?
No, because it's not. It's nothing like. It's not
I was a
my
baby,
fault
I
we
guess.
lost.
Right.
It's a team effort, and obviously our team wasn't good enough, and I understood that. I knew I had to work harder in the off season to get better. Whatever I wasn't doing, I could try to work on, sure. But I knew there was always another season. And if this kid was a Cub fan, oh my God. He'd be in a lot of trouble for the rest of his life. Yeah, he'd be crying until he's 30. Yeah, that kid would need serious therapy. But still, like, why would his mother record this?
I know, it borders on child abuse because she's just sitting there laughing.
Yeah, and there's 500,000 views on this. Like, she's like, okay, I know it's going to get views, right? Because there's nothing better than after Super Bowl or World Series than a fan going bananas and just like losing their mind. It draws viewers.
Yeah.
Obviously. But this is kind of sick. I don't know.
A little bit.
First of all, you're grilling your kid and you're like, here, look at the camera while you're crying so I can make it even funnier. And then you're like drilling him to be a Packer fan, and since he was the age of 3, I'm sure his dad walks around with the Brett Favre jersey or whoever from 1885. Because the Packers are like one of the oldest teams in the NFL.
Yeah, weren't they the first ones to win the Super Bowl?
I think the Bears, the Packers, the Lions, and one other team were the first 4 teams in the NFL.
Wow.
And like, in the first 5 years, they were all playing for like the title. So, like the first 4 Super Bowls were one of those 4 teams. But
those are short seasons at least then.
Yeah, they played each other like 4 times each.
It's like, that's okay. Next round, I'll get like the trophy back. It would be more likely for them to do it though if there's only like 4 teams.
But like I said, I've never felt that urge to cry, especially over a major league team. Like it's a little disheartening when you're a kid playing on a little league team. Sure, you feel bad, right?
Yeah.
But being a fan of like the Hawks or the Cubs, like I've been a Cub fan until I was old enough to understand like they're never gonna win. And even though they're predicted to go to the divisional playoffs this year, I don't think
I've heard that before.
They are like really, really optimistic though. I will
Well,
say.
they're optimistic every year. They have
But the White
to
Sox
be.
are though too.
You notice
so.
how the optimism is before tickets are on sale?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
you
they
gotta puff your
You gotta
feathers so you
market
get more
it,
sales.
yeah.
No, yeah, I don't understand either. I mean, he is 6 years old, and I have a 6-year-old nephew, and when he's sleepy, he cries over things too.
Aw.
But
No, this kid was wearing a jersey, like he was to the wall a Packer fan for life.
yeah.
Well, if he like truly like loved the team, then it's actually kind of adorable. I don't know. I mean, like,
But how did the kid know what he likes at 6 years old?
I don't know. It's like, I bet you anything, some kid who like his dad really liked the Yankees or something, and they won this the World Series. That kid would be going nuts too.
Yeah,
'cause
but
he's
he'd
like
be
a
going
6-year-old.
nuts because that's what his dad's doing. and
Right.
it's-
Yeah, but that's like I guess that's maybe like the charm of it, because he probably like wants to like emulate the parents or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You know what I say? This
I
is
said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
where there's smoke, there's fire. And my dad's a Sox fan, and I didn't become a Cub fan just to spite him or anything like that. I was just like, it's closer. I can get on a bus and go to games. It was one bus down Addison, the Wrigley Field.
Yep.
And it was like $12 to get in when I first started going. So,
Back in the 1880s, right?
yeah, because I am 172 years old.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
the
spry.
Modern miracles of medicine keep me alive. I go home and I sleep in a mummy place.
Modern day like amputations, like, oh, it fell off. I'll find another one.
I'm a 200-year-old leper. My limbs just fall off, but I tape them back on.